everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Yolanda Hayes. Y'all, I am so sorry for those that have subscribed to my channel and I have not posted anything, and those who have been on my channel and subscribed to me for a while. I know it's been over a month since I've posted a video, but I have a good explanation. I have such a good explanation. Well, I have been extremely busy, I have gotten over 13 homes under contract in the last 2 months. So if you are thinking about or wondering if you should purchase during this pandemic, the answer is yes. And I'm going to talk to you guys about what's been going on in the market, giving you guys an update on what's been going on in Winston-Salem, specifically Winston-Salem, High Point area, Lexington, those areas, because those are the areas that I primarily work. So y'all, I mean, my last video that I did, I can't even remember what the topic was, but I know that it was right. It was definitely in the high midst of the pandemic. And, you know, everyone was super scared, not wanting to come out the house. Toilet paper flying off the shelves and paper towels and everything was flying off the shelves. So now things, even though the actual test results and positive results have definitely increased, things have we kind of have educated ourselves on the coronavirus, and now buyers are no longer scared. They are out here buying up the whole triad area. So what's been going on is, you know, we're out here just staying protected, making sure that like for me personally, now other realtors may not be doing this, and I have been seeing, unfortunately, it just breaks my heart that so many realtors are allowing themselves as well as their buyers to go into homes not wearing masks, or at least wearing masks and gloves. So for me, all of my buyers must wear a mask, at least at minimum. I would prefer mask and gloves, but you know, if you only have a mask, that's fine. At this point, with so many people making masks, if you're not wearing a mask, that's because you don't want to. That's it. Now, I have extra masks in my car, so in case my buyer, they don't have a mask, I will go ahead and give them one of my masks. But again, with so many people making masks, if you're not wearing a mask, it's because you just don't want to wear a mask. And that's all I'm going to say about that. But we're out here. Buyers are no longer scared to buy. Interest rates are low. So that's what I want to talk to you guys today about. The number one reason why you should buy right now. The interest rates, y'all. These interest rates are so low. They're so low right now. I mean, under 3%. Most of my buyers have been closing over the last couple of weeks. They are all getting under 3%, whether it is 2.98, 2.99. And I said, wait a minute. How all of my clients have a better interest rate than me? I'm the realtor. I'm not the loan officer, but I'm the realtor. And y'all not about to be the only ones out here with a amazing interest rate. So yes, we refinanced this house and got a 2.99. So y'all not about to be the only ones out here saving money and saving coins, okay? So we just refinanced our house and got a 2.99 interest rate as well. So, I mean, that dropped our monthly payments like $300, $300. I can't remember exactly. But what I want to talk about is it makes a huge difference. The interest rates were in the fours not too long ago, 4.75, 4.25, or 3.75. That makes a huge difference in your monthly payments. Could be a $500 monthly payment going down. That could be just right now with the interest rates today, that could save you $400 to $500 on your monthly payments than what it was if the interest rate starts creeping back up. So that's what I wanted to talk to you guys about. Is right now is the best time to go ahead and buy. But I also want to give you some other tips and things to think about while you're in this market. So I did take a few notes and wrote a few things down. So first off, let's talk about the market itself. Right now, we are still in a seller's market. We have been in a seller's market for a couple of years now. So buyers, just be prepared. Make sure you have your ducks in a row. Make sure you have your savings, for your down payment and your closing costs. So due to the pandemic, the state of North Carolina have completely suspended all of the down payment assistance programs. So most of the lending companies that had down payment assistance is suspended. The North Carolina housing is suspended. So you do have to have your own down payment saved up. So that's something for you to think about. You should already have that saved up. I mean, I've spoken, if you're somebody who's been following me, I have spoken many times about not relying on government grants to pay your bills. I mean, this is basically what a down payment, closing costs, that is a part of buyer expenses. So have it saved up. One thing you can do to help ease that, or basically a foolproof way of getting your closing costs, because it is a seller's market, hoping and praying and wishing that the seller on a resale home is going to pay your closing costs, that is kind of slim to none unless you are paying the full price of the home. So right now, that is what's been happening in this market. Homes are selling for the asking price or more. I have put multiple homes just in the last 60 days. I have put multiple homes on the market for sale where I represented the seller and they sold within 3 days. One of my listings sold within 8 hours. Okay, within 8 hours. So you're looking at the seller. So you have to look at it from the seller standpoint. If the seller is getting multiple offers, okay, if they're getting multiple offers and your offer is the one that's asking for them to pay your closing cost, they are going to go ahead and pick the one that is going to save them money. So you kind of have to put yourself in the seller's shoes when you are bidding on a house. If it's multiple offers, y'all, I'm sorry. I have to be honest and upfront with you guys. Sellers are not going to pay your closing costs. That is a buyer's expense. And them contributing towards your closing costs here in North Carolina is a courtesy if they decide to go ahead and do that. Now, what you can do to get around that is include your closing costs in the offer price, the purchase price of the home. So say for instance, your closing cost is going to be $5,000 and the house is $170,000. You will offer $175,000. So that means you're going to finance $5,000, which is your closing cost. So you're going to ask them to pay your closing costs, but you're going to also add the $5,000 to the sales price so they cancel out each other. And you're technically going to be financing your actual closing cost. I hope I'm making sense. Make sure you leave a comment down below. I will clarify. Well, there is a catch to that. The house must appraise for $175,000. So the seller asks for $170,000. You need $5,000 because you don't have $5,000 saved up. So you move it to the purchase price so that you can finance your closing costs. But the house still must appraise for the $175,000. So if you are someone that offered $11,000, $10,000, $20,000 over the asking price, it must still appraise for that amount in order for your closing costs to be financed. So that's something to keep in mind. Another thing you can do is go with new construction. Most new construction builders, really like 99% of them, are paying your closing costs for you. You get a brand new home and they are going to pay all of your closing costs for you. However, you must use their in-house preferred lender. So as long as you are using their in-house people, their attorney, their lender, your closing costs will be covered. So all you need to save up is the down payment. You also must be mentally ready to buy. I know that a lot of new buyers kind of rely on me or rely on their realtor to give them some guidance on whether they are mentally ready to buy. If you're on the fence and you're like, oh, I don't know if I want to buy, I cannot help you with that. This is something that's a personal decision for yourself. All I can do is go hard for you once you have made the decision to become a homeowner. So if you're someone who, are saying to yourself, I don't want to go over $1,000 a month. Okay. So if you don't want to go over $1,000 a month right now, with the interest rates being so low, you can definitely purchase a house in the 170 range and keep your monthly payments right around that $1,000 with because you have to include your escrow, your taxes, the property taxes, and your homeowner's insurance. So if you're trying to keep your monthly payments right at $1,000, right now is the time to buy, because your interest rate is going to help you keep your monthly payments that low. As far as asking me, what can you afford, or, be realistic with you and honest with you about whether you should buy right now, that is a personal decision that you yourself have to live with and make for yourself. For me, I'm always going to go with, because I'm a risk taker, first off. I'm a risk taker. So I'm ready for a challenge. I am going to do if I know that I want to be a homeowner, and because I was 25 or 26 when I became a homeowner, my first home, and I still have that home today. It is a rental property that's bringing in income for me. So when I said to myself, I want to become a homeowner, I did everything I possibly could do to make that happen. I made a lot of sacrifices. I stopped eating out. I started cooking at home more. I stopped shopping, stopped getting my nails done, stopped a lot of things to ensure that I had enough money saved up. I started doing hair on the side. Like I was bringing in more income by trying to, do some things on the side. And you are going to sacrifice and do whatever you can for the things that you want. So that is a personal decision for yourself. If you want to go ahead and make the sacrifices to get into the home that you want today. So that's it, guys. That's the only thing I wanted to talk to you guys today about. So right now is a great time because of the interest rates being around 3%. If you are interested in meeting with me, I am currently doing Zoom calls. I'm not taking meetings in my office, but I have been doing Zoom calls. I will be Zoom video chat calls as far as the buyer consultation. So I do the initial consultation as well as going over the steps to purchasing a home and reviewing the contracts right through Zoom. So I love using Zoom now, so that I might keep that going even after the pandemic. I probably will keep that going as far as doing Zoom calls. So yeah, if you're interested in speaking with me personally, make sure you go ahead and leave a comment down below. You can always email me, soldbyolanda@gmail.com. You can always go to my website, soldbyolanda.com. So what areas I service is primarily the Forsyth County area. I do some of Guilford County through just the beginning part of Greensboro. I do have partners in other areas. So Charlotte, beyond Greensboro, or that east side of Greensboro going towards Burlington, I have partners in all areas. It's not just North Carolina. So if you're watching this video and you live in a completely different state, I have partners all around the United States, so I can still help and connect you with a professional in your area. So definitely reach out to me. But if you guys have any questions or concerns, make sure you go ahead and leave it down in the comment box below. I always respond to everyone, and you guys have a wonderful day. I will be doing a video on what things or obstacles that have been transpiring throughout all of my deals this year, especially for those that are self-employed. I will be doing a video on with people or on people that are self-employed, because it is completely different from those who get a W-2 versus a 1099. So I will be doing a separate video on self-employed buyers. So thank you so much for watching, and you guys have a great day.